Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another week in Brewview, where the Milwaukee Brewers actually had a pretty good week, going 4-2 in the 6 games played, taking the series against the Cleveland Guardians this past weekend, and currently are up 2-1 in a 4-game set against the New York Mets. So let's go ahead and get started with the weekend series against the Guardians, where the Brewers won Game 1, 7-1, off of a very strong performance by Willy Adames. So in the top of the first is when Willy Adames singled in a run for a 1-0 Milwaukee lead. Then on top of the sixth is when the Brewers really piled on the runs with a 3-run home run by Willy Adames that went 423 feet. A Joey Wiemer single that scored in Bryce Perkins. And then Christian Yelich single that scored in Luis Urias as well for a 6-0 Milwaukee lead. Bottom of the seventh is when Jose Ramirez hit a home run to get a 6-1 Milwaukee lead. But then Willy Adames hit a second home run of the night in the top of the ninth inning for the final score of 7-1. Hitting, Yelich went 1 for 5 with an RBI. Contreras 2 for 4 with 2 runs. Tellez 1 for 5 with a run. Adames 4 for 5, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs. Then Bryce Perkins went 1 for 2, Urias 0 for 3, and Joey Wiemer went 1 for 3. Adames has 8th double of the season. Tellez is his 6th and Contreras his 12th double. Home run, Adames' 2 home runs give him 12 on the year as well. Pitching wise, Wade Miley had a fantastic performance, going 6 scoreless innings, giving up 3 hits and 3 strikeouts. Peter Strzelecki went a single inning, giving up the home run to Ramirez. And Adrian Hauser went a scoreless inning, giving up 2 hits and 1 strikeout. And Matt Bush went a single inning with 1 strikeout for the final score of 7-1. And then on Saturday, this is a game I actually took my dad as his Father's Day present this year. So, of course, the Brewers had to lose the game 4-2 against the Guardians. Started off great in the top of the first when Christian Yelich scored on an error for a 1-0 Milwaukee lead. Then top of the third, William Contreras singled in a run for a 2-0 Milwaukee lead. But then in the bottom of the fourth and sixth is when things kind of fell apart. Josh Naylor ground to a double play to score a run for Cleveland for a 2-1 Milwaukee lead. But then in the bottom of the sixth, instead of going to a relief pitcher, even though Freddie Peralta was already at like 90-some pitches entering the inning, our manager, Craig Gamble, decided to leave Peralta in against a harder order and then Josh Naylor singled in a run, and David Fry singled in a run for a 3-2 Cleveland lead. And bottom of the eighth, Jimenez singled in center for a 4-2 Cleveland finale. Freddie Peralta went 5 innings, he went 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 3 walks. Really struggled to command the game. Holby Milner went 2/3 of his innings with a strikeout. Pereira won 1/3 of an inning. Strzelecki won an inning with 2 strikeouts, and Matt Bush went an inning with 1 earned run and 1 strikeout. Hitting for the crew, Yelich went 1 for 2 for 2 walks. Contreras went 1 for 4 with an RBI, and then Luis Urias went 1 for 4 as well. And Bryce Anderson 1 for 4 as well. Contreras just had his 25th RBI of the year. Yelich his 17th stolen base of the year as well. Nothing really to say here from this game. The Brewers just didn't get enough offense. But we were able to come back and win the series against the Guardians the next day, winning 5-4 against them. Started off scoring-wise in the bottom of the second, led Josh Naylor solo shot for a 1-0 Cleveland lead. Then Milwaukee in the next 2 innings got runs back with a Christian Yelich double that scored in Joey Wiemer. And on top of the third, a Miller double and a Tellez single scored in 2 runs for a 3-1 Milwaukee lead. And on top of the fourth, Wiemer hit a sacrifice fly that scored in Monasterio. But then Cleveland came right back in the bottom of the 6th inning with a Jimenez triple scored in a run, and then a wow pitch by Burns scored in a run, and Brennan singled in Freeman for a 4-4 lead. Tie game, I meant. And then we went all the way to extra innings. We're on top of the 10th. Owen Miller double scored in Joey Wiemer for the final score of 5-4. Hitting for the crew, Yelich went 2 for 5 with an RBI. Miller 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Tellez 1 for 2 with an RBI. Then Bryce Perkins went 2 for 3, and Wiemer went 1 for 3 with 2 runs and an RBI as well. Yelich hit his 15th double of the year. Miller had 2 doubles in this game for his 13th total on the year. And base running, Perkins had his 2nd stolen base of the year, but also got caught stealing once and was picked off once, so not great there. Burns, again, had a little bit of a rough outing, went 5 2/3, giving up 8 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, and 3 strikeouts. But the bullpen really had a great game with Holby Miller going a third scoreless, Joel Payams going 2 scoreless innings, 2 hits, and 2 strikeouts. Devin Williams picked up his 4th win of the year, going a scoreless inning, and Elvis Peguero got his first career save, going a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the 10th inning. The Brewers continue their road trip by going to New York to face the Mets, where they won Game 1 of the series 2-1. Scoring-wise, it started in the bottom of the 4th with a Francisco Lindor sacrifice fly for a 1-0 Mets lead. Then at the top of the 6th, Joe Weimer hit a 2-run home run for the final score of 2-1. Very low-scoring game this game. Hitting-wise, Yelich went 2 for 4 with a walk. Tellez 1 for 4. Winker 1 for 4 with a run. Urias 1 for 3. Perkins 1 for 4. And Weimer went 1 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs in the game as well. Tellez had his 7th double of the year, and Joey Weimer his 11th home run of the year. And William Contreras actually had his first stolen base of the year, so good for him there. Colin Ray pitched a fantastic game, going 6 1/3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 3 strikeouts. And again, the bullpen was fantastic. Hobie Milner going 1 1/3 scoreless innings with 1 strikeout. Elvis Peguero went a third of an inning with a strikeout as well. And Devin Williams went 1 inning, scoreless, 6 pitches, picked up his 14th save of the year. And then the next game, the Brewers did not play that well, lost 7-2 against the Mets. This is Julio Teheran's first really bad start of the year, which you expected to happen eventually. Started off in the bottom of the 4th with a Brandon Nimmo solo shot and a Francisco Lindor solo shot for a 2-0 Mets lead. And then bottom of the 5th, Nimmo hit his 2nd home run of the game, a 2-run shot for a 4-0 Mets lead. Then bottom of the 6th inning, Tommy Pham doubled in Pete Alonso, and then Daniel Vogelbach hit a 2-run shot against his former team, the Brewers, for a 7-0 Mets lead. Then top of the 8th, Brian Anderson singled in 2 runs for the final score of 7-2. Hitting for the Brewers, Contreras went 2 for 5 with a run. Yelich went 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Adames 0 for 2 for 2 walks. Owen Miller went 2 for 4. And then Brian Anderson 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. And then Weimer and Monasterio both went 1 for 3 each. Weimer had his 14th double of the year and got caught stealing for his 2nd time of the year. Julio Teheran had his first really bad game with the Brewers. Went 5 2/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and 4 home runs, which is not good. But Peter Strzelecki and Bryce Wilson both had scoreless appearances for the Crew as well. And then last night, the Brewers were able to beat the Mets 5-2 against them. Started off in the top of the 1st with Jesse Winker double that scored in 2 runs for a 2-0 Milwaukee lead. Then the Mets tied it up with a Tommy Pham home run and a Alvarez walk in the bottom of the 4th inning for a 2-2 tie. And then on top of the 6th, Bryce Perkins singled in Owen Miller. And then top of the 8th, Christian Yelich got us to the final score of 5-2 with a single that scored in 2 runs. Hitting for the Crew, Yelich went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Contreras went 1 for 5. Adames 0 for 4. Jesse Winker went 2 for 5 in one of his best games of the year with 2 RBIs. Owen Miller 1 for 3. Anderson 1 for 4. And Perkins went 1 for 3 as well. Yelich had his 16th double of the year. Winker his 4th. Anderson his 11th. And Miller his 14th double of the year. And Yelich also had his 18th stolen base of the year as well. Wade Miley went 4 innings, giving up 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Still kind of being careful with him coming off the injury. Bryce Wilson went 1 2/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, 1 strikeout. Milner went a third of an inning with a strikeout. Peguero, Payamps, and Devin Williams all went a scoreless inning, and Williams picked up his 15th save of the year. And so the Brewers right now are currently 2nd in the division, only a half game behind the Reds. And if you look forward at the schedule for the Crew, we finish up our 4-game set against the New York Mets tonight. And then we have a 3-game set against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And then another 4-game set against the Chicago Cubs, which is going to be our first home games in quite a while. But let me know what you guys think about the Crew and how they've done so far this year. We're still contending for the division, which is always a good thing, but we'll also always be better. And until then, I'll see you guys again very soon.